All right, welcome back to Meat and Potatoes. I mean, inside the 20 by 20, we're getting into the meat and potatoes now. And guys, another Monday Night Raw in the new era. This
Oh
one
yeah, baby.
coming to us live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, home of
More than 3,000
Sami
people.
Zayn. No, yeah, you know what? 12,700 in
Leave
attendance.
AEW alone.
And unfortunately, Raw kicked off on kind of a sad note. If you guys recall, Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley comes out with a disappointing announcement. She'll be out of action for what she said was, is that a few months on the shelf, if I recall correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's a AC shoulder injury, AC joint shoulder injury. And of course, Rhea vows to come back for her title and anyone in her path before suggesting that she would end up in a Montreal prison if Liv Morgan decided to come out and try her. But of course, that brought out Liv Morgan. And then we had some security officers, no doubt future WWE superstars. Oh, I'm sorry, pro wrestlers. Amongst those security guards. It's so funny to see those old videos of like LA Knight as a security guard or
Oh, it's great.
MJF getting pushed
Or
around by
Braun
someone.
Strowman as a Rosebud.
But yeah, so this is
Yeah, MJF getting smacked by Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that was funny. So this is really, really bad news, guys, for the women's division. What are your thoughts on this?
Don't get me started. Go for it, Cross. You can go first because it got
saying,
me so upset.
So a male can get injured and keep his belt while injured, but probably the most popular superstar on the roster gets injured and she has to drop her belt.
I don't get it.
It's sexist.
Let her build up the storylines. Like I don't want to keep bringing Roman up, but like, Roman took plenty of time off, right? Showed up occasionally. She could build so much story, and then have your match in like 3-4 months.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. They did it before. Why can't they do it again?
And what the hell is Dominic gonna do without Mommy?
That's another thing. Is this officially the end of the Judgment Day now?
Well, I mean, she has a.
That's what happens when the draft comes up.
Oh, we'll see.
They might send him to SmackDown, and he'll join this dude, Phantasma.
Yeah.
And join his family to continue the Rey Mysterio storyline.
I'm just very upset because Rhea deserved better. She deserved to hold on to it. She put up like banger after banger for 300 and some odd days, 360 some odd days, and I feel like the crowd wouldn't go against her, especially since she was such a great heel.
Yeah.
The crowd wouldn't go against her if she was to retain the title and not show up.
Or have her on TV while she's injured.
Or perfect timing. Introduce a mid-card championship and boom. Have fun with it. Bring up some other superstars.
I mean, NXT doing it with the North American title. Why couldn't they do it with the US or IC?
Bring in another IC belt, for the ladies.
Well, let's see. I mean,
that's just me. You got me heated on this one.
Obviously, we know that Rhea's a star, man, and she proved her ability to carry the entire brand on her back for premium live events. There's a ready-made feud for her when she comes back with Liv. My prediction is that Liv will become the champ around the time that Rhea's set to come back, and they're gonna have a nice long feud.
So she says 4 months. What is that? That's September-ish. It's end of August, September.
Survivor Series-ish.
So or would she push it to Rumble? Come in at 30.
Yeah, come in as a surprise entrance. But do you really want her winning the Rumble again?
Hey, Cody did it.
I don't see why she.
Cody's Cody.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it finally happened. Sheamus made his return to Monday Night Raw with his old theme music.
You all right?
Sorry.
I prefer that music than his other one.
100%.
And you know, I'm not a physical specimen by any stretch of the imagination, but
I can't stand wrestling fans.
you look
I love them. I love them because
the
listening right now
the internet
Listen,
is undefeated.
not
Sheamus had a dad bod, and I loved it.
Exact.
Yes.
That's a good way of putting it. Sheamus made all us dad bod guys.
He made us proud.
Yeah.
Look good.
You know?
Yep. And you know what? Another stellar showing by Ivar, who I think has a bright future. He's he's definitely I think he has a shot at that NXT North American title, doesn't he? I don't really keep up with NXT a lot, but I know that Ivar's in the mix over there too as well.
I think he's in NXT. I think right now he has a feud with, I can't remember dude's name.
Yep.
The cowboy looking dude.
Yep. So Sheamus picking up the
quick
dub.
thing
Hit me.
on Ivar. Quick thing on his broad jump.
Yeah.
What is it, like 36 inches?
He's
38
crazy
inches
athletic.
for a huge dude like that.
Crazy
That
athletic.
He makes. I feel like I have a chance. I feel like I have a chance.
He's also what, 6'2", 6'3", and you're 5'4", 5'5"?
Whoa, 5'7", all right, okay, 5'7". All right, maybe 20 pounds less than the guy, but
It was a great match. It was I think that Michael Cole even pointed out that the Intercontinental title is the one belt that Sheamus has yet to win in the WWE.
no.
Yes, that is true. They had
That is
that
very true.
gimmick back when him and Drew were going after it with Gunther.
Planting the
Yeah,
seed.
I remember that.
Planting the seed of maybe a little Sheamus Sammy, Sheamus Gable, Gable Sammy Sheamus action happening maybe perhaps pretty soon.
Threesome.
Shable.
Shable. And then we had what I'm sure was Mike Gambino's favorite part of the night, the introduction of the new
So nice.
WWE World Tag Team
World.
Championships to The Miz and to R-Truth. R-Truth still
Finally.
R-Truth
still
killed
not,
that segment.
still not knowing really what's going on. Calling Triple H Tommaso Ciampa.
He's a magician.
He's a magician.
You ain't fooling me.
If you guys have not seen this promo or this
He's a
segment,
treasure.
please go to YouTube right now. It's on YouTube. It's on Twitter. Go check this segment out.
I love him.
It's so
Yo,
funny.
R-Truth is the man.
Um,
But let me talk about these belts real quick.
Talk about the belts.
They haven't been redone. The tag team titles have been the same. You know, the penny tags, the nickel tags, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
them. For well over 10 years, they've been the same. Finally, we got a new introduction, brand new design. One thing I'm not a fan of is the dinner plate. So it's just a circular plate, but it's adding a level of like prestige since it's dual plated. It's got very regal designs on it, you know, like lions and stuff, shields. So it's nice to see a newer, like a modern, like vintage look on a championship belt. So it's got an A+ in my book. Yeah, I can look past the dinner plate once you look at the fine details.
Yes, the
You can
fine
look-
details make the belts look absolutely beautiful,
Beautiful.
but from afar, they look funky as hell.
Yeah, they're pulling a lot of NXT. What is it? The UK Tag Team Championship vibes.
Yeah,
It has a lot of that.
but
But
those belts had a lot of things going on at the same time.
yeah,
Anywho,
And then we had the number one contendership for the WWE World Tag Team Championships in a triple threat match. We had DIY, the Creed brothers.
Regeneration X.
Sorry, Regeneration X, aka
Second.
DIY, versus the Creed brothers and the New Day. 11 minutes, and your new number one contenders are Regeneration X getting the dub. Non-stop action, creative spots. I think the right team went over. What say you guys? Did the right team
I
go over
agree.
there?
I think Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano should have been tag team champions a long time ago.
I completely agree with him.
I'm tired of the New Day. They haven't brought nothing new to the table, and they're not funny without Big E.
Yeah.
And the Creed
Unfortunately.
brothers, they're still newish. While they did a lot of good things in NXT, I don't think they were main roster ready.
Yeah.
I think they were rushed.
Yeah.
And it's definitely showing. I mean, they had a lot of good spots in their matches, but I don't think they're ready for a title shot.
I agree. Gargano and Ciampa are way overdue for titles.
Indeed.
Way overdue.
I agree as well. It'll happen. It'll be a great match regardless. They might want to introduce some type of gimmick into that tag team match at some point.
I mean, it's a good way for them to turn DIY heel. Because Johnny Gargano as a heel is probably some of his best work. Especially Tommaso Ciampa as a heel.
Ciampa as a heel is much better, I think, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of heels, Indy Hartwell has totally embraced the dark side. As she now is teaming with Candice LeRae to take on Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile. Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell actually did pick up that win. Short match here. This felt like a let me up, please let me up match. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah. I like that they're making Candice LeRae a heel, and I love the fact that Indy Hartwell's embracing it. I mean, again, back to the days of NXT, when they were the way,
right?
They had probably one of the best gimmicks on the brand.
Yeah.
With Johnny leading the way, with Austin Theory, all heels.
So it looks like they may be heading back in that direction. Every time I see Hartwell, I just think of where's Dexter? Where's Dexter Loomis?
Good old Dexter.
The guy I think of when I think of her. But anyway. Andrade partners with Rey Mysterio to take on Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania 40, right? Monday night, it was Andrade versus Dirty Dom 1-on-1. Who do you think picks up the win? Did you guys see this match here? Andrade gets the dub over Dom. JD McDonough's out at ringside. And of course, after the resilient Andrade fights back, obviously he had to fight with both Dominic and JD McDonough on the outside.
The LWO shows up.
That's right. Post-match beatdown concludes when Ricochet hits the ring and chases the heels off. What do you guys think? I think there's worse ways that they could use Ricochet and Andrade at this point. Teaming them up to go against the Judgment Day right now.
Match. It was an okay match. Any Dominic match has a good chance of being an F. This one actually was like probably a good C minus.
Andrade was holding him up.
Because Andrade was holding him up.
Yeah.
Canadian Destroyer on the apron from Dominic is one that made a lot of social media highlights. I don't know if you guys saw him.
Yeah.
Canadian Destroyer on Andrade on the apron. Pretty smoothly executed.
Dominic, and I think Dominic could have benefited for at least a good year in NXT.
I mean, he
needed more time in the Performance Center, and it still shows that he's very green with a lot of things that he do.
Yeah.
But
you can blame COVID.
He's getting better. He is getting better.
He's got a lot of
right now. He's probably the most hated heel.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got crazy.
He definitely has heat.
He's got like he can't even talk on the mic without getting booed out. He's got Vicky Guerrero heat.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's got that Vicky Guerrero heat right now. I'm not even like for real.
Man.
Tag team match after this, which say her name. It's Chelsea Green. What? How do you pronounce that again? Cross. How do you say her name?
It's Chelsea Green.
There it is. and Piper Niven taking on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Casey and Casey. This is just Casey and the
The
Casey.
Ninja Warrior.
The
The Ninja Warrior.
Warrior.
She's dope.
She is dope.
I was a fan of her back in American Ninja Warrior.
The match was fine for what it was.
That's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with Kabuki Warriors holding the titles,
They got more tag teams than Piper, Niven, and Chelsea, though, right? Like that's the second week in a row that they've come out.
I think Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are going to be a tag team, and they're just gonna. They're gonna.
I mean, it'll help. It'll help
everybody.
Jade get
It's just a
better.
matter of time, and she could hold the title, and she could be with Bianca and learn from Bianca too.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That's gonna be a wrap as soon as they introduce them as a tag team. It's over. They're just gonna go and squash
Tag team.
everybody.
One turns on the other. Then they're fighting at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And then we had our new undisputed WWE champion. No more Universal.
Very true. They dropped that Universal.
Undisputed
God.
WWE champion Cody Rhodes comes in to a deafening ovation. And again, still talking about WrestleMania 40. Said that he
It's his tour.
said that he
It's the
forgot
champion's
to,
tour.
He said that he forgot to mention someone very important and started thanking the MVP of WrestleMania, Seth Rollins,
Very true.
giving him his flowers finally.
Speaking of which,
Go ahead.
did you see the fan footage of the way Seth Rollins' knee just bent?
Yeah, when he got punched by Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a torn
Roman
meniscus.
punched him so hard, his knee went that way.
Yeah, but his knee was already trashed. That's why they had to that was a shoot that his knee was busted the whole time, both nights. So that means that 45-minute match against The Rock, his knee was busted that whole time, and then the match against Drew, his knee was busted the whole time. So I got to go back.
And it was a good match.
Knowing that now, I got to go back and watch it again. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kills me is actually, so they did drop Universal, but if you go to WWE.com and you look up the Universal title, it still says Cody Rhodes is champion, which means he retired the title if the title is retired. Just saying. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're gonna go with.
They just dropped the name.
Yeah, but did you recently hear what Cody Rhodes said? He said, "I didn't go to Hollywood. Hollywood came to me. Someone by the name of Dwayne is obsessed with me."
Wow. Yeah, I mean, during this promo, he said that he feels the final boss has more than one match left in him, continuing to tease the idea of the two of them battling in the future. And then he started questioning and started talking about the bloodline. Question who really called for Tama Tonga to attack Jimmy Uso on SmackDown if Roman Reigns wasn't the one to do it.
Solo did.
Now hold on. Now hold on. Tinfoil hat moment.
Here we go.
Tinfoil hat moment. What if since it was bloodline rules and Roman was the chief and Roman lost to Cody, does that make Cody the new chief? I'm just saying, throwing it out there. And now Cody's running the show, but we really don't know. It's creative genius.
You thinking it's one of these moments?
Yeah, man, it could be. It could be. We don't know. We don't know what Triple H is gonna do. It was me, Austin. It was me all the time.
That would be a good swerve. That would be a good swerve.
It was me, Roman. It was me all the time, the whole time.
Wow. Well, then the American Nightmare calls out another person that helped him at WrestleMania, main event Jey Uso. He says, "I'll get your back tonight. I know you got Finn Balor. I know how the Judgment Day works. Strength in numbers. I got your back tonight." Uso says, "I need to do this myself. I got this." And then Cody says another dad joke.
I'm loving the dad jokes. I'm feeling them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling the dad jokes.
Until we
Dad bods and fat jokes and dad jokes.
Until we yeet again, I believe was the line.
Yes.
Until we yeet again. So there you have it. Not a lot of news in this promo other than, you know, the talking about The Rock continues. When we cover SmackDown, we're going to talk about who the new number one contender is for that WWE Undisputed Championship.
Bring it back.
But yeah, I mean, Cody keeps getting otherworldly pops everywhere he goes. Talking about how The Rock has more than one more match. So yeah, so then obviously Cody leaves the ring and Jey Uso versus Finn Balor happens. Jey Uso picking up the dub here in preparation.
Until we eat again.
Until we eat again. Picking up the dub here against Finn. Jey Uso versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash. What are the chances you give Jey Uso to get that title win at Backlash versus Damian Priest in Damian Priest's first title defense?
You almost made me spill my water saying Jey Uso beating Damian Priest. It's not gonna happen, bro.
Oh, here we go.
It's not.
He's one of me. He's one of mine.
What's the
so it's not gonna
percentage?
happen,
What's the percentage?
2% chance that he beats Damian Priest at Backlash.
Come on. It's gonna be a little bit, at least double digits.
25. 25%.
Fine. You want double digits?
10.
-2. How's that?
No.
I'm gonna say, just to get under Cross's skin, I'm gonna say a good 87% chance.
87 is a lot.
87. Hey, listen. Usually the odds are stacked against me anyway, so
that's gonna be tough.
To make me lose.
That's gonna be tough. I don't think that. I said.
They're not gonna take the title off.
Yeah.
Damien yet.
But there's gonna be shenanigans.
Of course.
He's not gonna pin him clean because I think that other than Cody and LA Knight, Jey Uso is the third most popular babyface on the roster right now compared to anyone else. So,
very true.
I think he's bulletproof as far as if he can, even if he takes a dirty pin, it's not gonna lower his popularity at all. So, yeah.
Ooh, but what if Jimmy comes out to try to help his brother and ends up screwing him?
Oh, start that. God. I don't want to see I don't want to see another Jimmy J match.
No. But this time it'll be a road to redemption because now Solo and Tama turned on Jimmy. So Jimmy needs his brother back.
And Jimmy's like, I don't know what to do with myself.
I need a daddy.
No.
GDP's just like, no. We're not doing that.
Uso defeats Balor. So is Balor now? I know that we talk a lot about AEW dropping the ball with their talent, so we also have to talk about when WWE drops the ball.
And they do.
And I think with Finn,
They do a lot.
they're dropping the ball with Finn big time here. He's just becoming an afterthought.
That's been many years in the making.
So if Judgment Day does disband, he should just come back as the Demon, right? Bring the Demon back.
I mean, they have to get us there. They just can't have him reintroduce it.
Come back as a Demon.
Well, let's see.
As part of
if the rumors are true and Uncle Howdy does come back.
Right.
And Uncle Howdy's gonna need a band of brothers.
That's what I was gonna say.
He can kidnap Finn and turn him into the Demon.
Bring the Demon.
Just like
out of him.
he can recorrupt Alexa Bliss.
Yep. Bring the Demon out of him.
it.
Interesting.
Ooh, that would be good. That would be really good.
That brings us to...
I'm actually really excited for Uncle Howdy.
They keep teasing it everywhere. They keep teasing it every Monday night.
We got to slide in one of our QR codes instead of like an Uncle Howdy. Like somehow get it in there. Just to...
That would be crazy.
Hacking a television station is a federal offense, bro.
Yeah. Then we saw a new production technique where Jay walks out of the ring, walks outside of the arena where Sami Zayn is standing there looking up at the arena, They have a really cool interaction there. And
Yeah.
then they start following Sammy in to the arena.
All one shot, one
all
take.
one shot, no cuts, and then they follow Sammy right into the arena. His music hits, the crowd goes crazy. Hometown kid back.
So good.
Thoughts on that intro?
Whoever's in charge,
Yeah.
whoever is in charge of production right now, or
Yeah.
whoever's ever idea that was, give him a raise because that was perfect. That was really good.
Yep. I totally agree. His name is Lee Fitting. That it used to be Kevin Dunn. I don't know if those names are familiar to you guys. Kevin Dunn was the
I know Kevin
production
Dunn.
guy
I
under
didn't know.
Vince for a really long time. I think Kevin Dunn also did the first Tough Enough or produced Tough Enough.
Yes.
I know Kevin Dunn.
So now
I'm not familiar with Lee yet.
So Lee Fitting is the new guy that Triple H has in charge of all those new production things, including the stages and how the sets are now and so on and so forth. But amazing, cool, continuous one shot, and then it was Sammy versus Chad Gable in an incredible match. Really great back and forth spots. Sammy, of course, in front of his hometown. That was super hot. The crowds in Canada are always really, really hot.
Really good, yeah. They pop.
I kind of felt like the heel turn was gonna come in the ring, but it didn't. And then when it didn't happen in the ring, I was like, maybe not tonight. But
Misdirection.
But then something really incredible happens where
Please tell us more.
Sami Zayn is on the outside of the ring and he's hugging on his family, and he gets to his wife and embraces his wife, and all of a sudden Chad Gable from behind with a vicious German suplex on the outside, and then proceeds to beat the holy hell out of Sami Zayn in Montreal.
That's right. Shorty G is back.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And there it is, the heel turn from Gable that we were all waiting for. Felt like.
So then, what the hell happened with the Alpha Academy?
I don't know, but I saw
Otis and Jay are gonna tag team.
I saw Tozawa with a tweet.
Oh, man, imagine.
I saw Tozawa put out a tweet saying, "I trust my coach." So maybe it's a thing where they all go heel with him, and they all start doing, heelish things.
I don't see Otis going heel.
I mean, Tozawa, no one really cares about. He's not chasing the 24/7 championship no more. I mean, he does that stupid dance that Xavier Woods tells him he's nasty.
Best title in WWE.
So the heel
is
a dirty spot at the end of when Raw goes off the air. Gable's got him in the ankle lock on the post, looking real gnarly, twisting up the leg, and Raw goes off the air just like that. And of course, guys, I don't know. I thought that was a really cool way to end Raw. Continues that storyline, and the Intercontinental title getting a boost there, getting that main event, and I think Sammy boosting it up even more with a dub versus Gable, and the return of Sheamus, continuation of key storylines. Unfortunately, obviously, the Rhea Ripley news right at the top of the show kind of puts a damper on everything, but
yeah. Yep. Honestly, WWE's on fire and can't miss right now.
Yeah, I think Raw can't miss right now.
Shout out, WWE's on top. Shout out to Cody Rhodes, being the champ and carrying the company.
Yep.
He just put his book back on. Shut up.
Fun to watch, and can't wait for this Monday coming up. Another great Raw, I'm sure,
it's gonna be good.
Is coming up this Monday. But after this short break, guys, we're going to be back with our coverage of Friday Night SmackDown. It was a great SmackDown. We found out who will be Cody Rhodes' first opponent at Backlash. And if you want to find out, stick around. And we'll be back with some more Inside the 20x20 right after this.
All right. Netflix.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Another song. 3 songs. All right.
And welcome back to Inside the 20 by 20.
Welcome back, baby.
Friday night SmackDown emanating from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Attendance 12,787. So Raw and SmackDown both over 12,000 in attendance. Coming to you live and kicking off the show.
From Pittsburgh, right? It was Pittsburgh.
The Steel City.
Pittsburgh.
The Steel City, baby.
We kicked it off with what we were just talking about, guys. The number 1 contenders match to determine who would be Cody Rhodes' first challenger for that WWE Undisputed Championship. So, let's talk
Real
about
quick.
Let's talk about the championships.
I feel that WWE is taking some notes from TCR with all these number 1 contender shots. Just saying. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Tuesday night, check us out.
Tuesday night Titans.
Hold on.
And TCR Network.
Tuesday
night Titans.
Think about it. We had Sailor Mars first,
We did.
and then Sasha showed up at the Rumble
We did.
in a Sailor Moon outfit.
In the Sailor Moon. You're right. You are right. Yo, listen, we are trendsetters. We were the longest running federation on the internet, you know? Just saying. TCRnetwork.co, baby. All right, so back to it. What were we talking about?
Number 1 contender for Cody Rhodes, WWE.
That's right. I know that we wanted to talk a little bit about Cody Rhodes' title, and we might have not talked about it when we spoke about it on when we talked about Monday Night Raw. But I saw the American Nightmare Winged Eagle model that they have, right?
I know the guy who actually created that one, that you
That
see
one
all
went
over the
viral.
internet right now.
That one went viral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's JB Toys. He's a good dude. But if they do decide to go Winged Eagle, it's great. I'm all for it. Like we were saying earlier, that is our generation. That's going to be great for us because it's very nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
It kills me because it's like WWE has so much invested in their network logo titles, even though the network doesn't exist anymore. But like every time a team wins a championship, they hand it to them with their side plates on it, so on and so forth. So it's like they have so much invested in that belt.
But we come from a generation where multiple people had custom titles.
Very true.
I mean, why not reintroduce that with your new, person?
Yeah.
The guy who's running with the company now.
John Cena had the
Very
spinner
true.
belt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They gave The Rock a damn People's Champion custom belt, which should have been the Brahma Bull belt 20 years ago.
Very true.
Because Muhammad Ali's family didn't create that. That was just Triple H trying to say, let me just give The Rock something for showing up.
If you look at the back of that belt, there's a stamp. And the stamp means that it's like a replica title. It's like the stamp on any other belt saying it's WWE shop, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find that belt is gonna be in the shop in no time. But I agree though. I think Cody's gonna get his own belt. It's gonna be dope. And best believe I think the missus is listening. I will be pre-ordering it as soon as it drops.
There it is.
I think
You
I
heard it
might
here
go.
first, folks.
Don't forget, guys, I got a link in bio if you do decide to pre-order any belts.
TCRnetwork.co. TCRnetwork.co. So AJ versus LA Knight. Rematch of WrestleMania 40, obviously. Night 2. On that night, LA Knight was able to get the dub, but on this night, thanks to a thumb to the eye and a phenomenal forearm, it's going to be Cody versus AJ at Backlash. What do you guys think? Cody versus AJ. They got, 2 weeks to build this up? When is the next PA?
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I hate the fact that the phenomenal forearm is considered a finishing move now. When that was like a move he did forever to lead into the South Clash. But I just have to throw that out there. Cody's going to win. You have 2 former leaders of the Bullet Club going head to head.
Oh, yeah.
Again, we're still too early to take belts off champions.
Yeah.
If this was like a SummerSlam or Survivor Series, then the possibility of them losing the belt may go up. But right now, it's still fresh. So
But I'm gonna say is Cody and AJ though. We're gonna see a side of AJ. I think Cody's very comfortable with doing things that we haven't seen on WWE TV in a while. For example, with The Rock bleeding and all that other stuff. I feel like we're gonna see an insane match. It's gonna pull out AJ. It's gonna pull out like OG AJ Styles, like a not this confined AJ we've had for years. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a 5-star match easily.
I agree.
And of course, Cody coming out on top, obviously. But
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't see Cody getting beat, but it's going to be a great match and definitely main event worthy for the first PLE from France. I think it's going to be huge. It's going to make.
that means we got to get up early.
Oh, you don't got it. You just watch the replay whenever you want.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We watch it.
Let's
the time.
Yeah. Well, we gotta talk about the logistics of all that and see what day it actually shows. Because then we see a little Solo Sikoa action. Solo rocking the new suit with the gold chain, looking good.
So weird to look at him in his suit though, because you've seen him in like.
Looks like he put the soul glow on his hair.
He's the Don now. He's the Don of the tribe.
So they're asking Paul Heyman to bring them to Kevin Owens. All right, that was.
I'm waiting for them to take. I'm waiting for them to turn on.
Oh yeah,
Heyman. It's gonna happen.
Back in the ring, Nick Aldis is there to present the new belts. Another great addition to the collection pretty soon for Mike Gambino.
Yes, let's talk about them.
Let's talk about those new WWE Tag Team Championships.
Now, Cross, you can go first.
No, I'm just gonna say those belts, because of the resemblance to the '90s style tag team, which is right next to Mr. Gambino, right over his left shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And I got another one over here.
Check it out on YouTube. Check it out on YouTube, or go to tcr.com.
Yes. Oh,
Those
or check out
belts
Tuesday Night Titans on Twitch.
More to this generation, or our generation, than the current generation, because we see the history in those belts.
Oh yeah. True. Yeah, it reminds us of a better time, a simpler time.
Now, with that, did you realize there's not one stone on those belts? And it's the first time in years that a brand new title has been introduced that has 5 plates.
Interesting. I did not know that.
It's literally it. Well,
don't the Raw tag belts have 5 plates?
I'm saying out of the new belts that have been introduced, the old penny tags, yeah, they did have. I mean, the penny tags and the nickel tags did have 5 plates, but when those were introduced, how many years ago? And every belt since then has been a 3-plater or a 4-plater, 3-plater. And the bars don't count, but this one's actually a 5-plater, which is insane. So you get your bang for your buck when you buy a replica. I'm just saying.
There you have it, folks.
Link in bio.
Then we had the WWE Tag Team Title #1 contendership Fatal 4-Way match where the Street Profits came out on top over AOP, Tokar and Razor. I mean, Akam and Rezar. Legado del Fantasma and New Catch Republic, unfortunately, taking another another L, I should say.
Now,
Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Waller.
Street Profits deserve it. It's been overdue.
They got a job though.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, are Waller and Theory gonna be transitional champs? One title's got to change hands, right? Like
I can see them. I can see them losing to Street Profits.
Not necessarily.
I can see them losing to Street Profits. Montez Ford has been putting in work for WWE behind the scenes and doing a lot of other things. Yeah. And I think that he's long overdue for a chip. So we'll see. I mean, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, not really a tag team. I think Grayson Waller, if he's going to do anything, he needs to get away from Austin Theory, and same for Austin Theory. They're not tag team. They're not tag team wrestlers.
Those are the annoying best friends that everyone hates.
Yo, but also in this segment when Triple H introduced the titles, like the transition from them being awkward and like kind of making fun of Triple H
It
to
didn't
Triple
go
H
over.
introducing the belt. It didn't go like it wasn't a smooth cut.
Yeah.
And I just remember sitting there watching it on TV, and I'm like, that was kind of a rough transition into, well, in that case, here are your titles. You know, like
Yeah, it didn't go over well at
been a
all.
little bit better.
It didn't go over well
Could've
at
been a
all.
little bit
It was
better.
very.
I'm waiting for the day that Nick Aldis just slaps somebody.
Yeah, it feels like it's
Yeah.
gonna happen with the Bloodline. Speaking of which, Solo comes out with Heyman to the ring for a promo. And Solo comes out, grabs the mic, and starts cutting a promo, guys. Really speaking eloquently about needing to lose a brother in order to find a new one.
It's MFT.
And it's like his legit brother too.
And then we see Tama
It's crazy.
brings out a bloody Kevin Owens to the ring.
Whoa, and that was blood.
Yep.
Pretty
That was
pretty bad
bloody.
gash. Yep. What did you guys
I
think
think
of,
it was an intentional bloody spot.
yeah.
Unintentional.
So what did you guys think about this? Pretty insane segment. How does Kevin Owens factor into
It was very 90s.
why
attitude
why
era.
attack Kevin Owens? I guess is my question. That's where I don't get.
To get to Sammy, maybe?
But why would they get to Sammy?
Why would they want
I don't know.
Sammy? They want
Just throwing
Cody.
something out there.
They would
Seeing
want
what
Cody.
sticks.
I think it was something like Kevin Owens said last week, but I honestly don't remember.
I think this would have had more impact if John Cena would have been the one that comes out all bloodied and fucked up, and
Ooh.
and that's
Beep.
how they write him off.
You're allowed one, right?
Yeah, we're good. And that's how they write off John Cena for a while until SummerSlam.
That makes sense because they have
whatever.
history, so on and so forth. I'm not sure how the KO plays into it, but
I think it makes more sense.
I guess to make
I think it makes more sense.
an example
But-
out of a big name.
But I guess Kevin Owens was the last one. I don't know. I have no idea. But that happens, and then Sikoa and Tonga do what we like to do the best at the end of a segment. Stand tall. They stand tall. And that's it. And then
Hashtag Stantle.
we had a little help me, let me, I need to go to the bathroom match with Santos Escobar defeating Carlito. 7 minutes. Not a lot of things happening here.
Yeah. I'm getting very pissed off that they keep squashing the LWO.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not looking good. I don't. These guys are
Yeah, they gotta-
stuck in the mid card, and they don't know what to do with them. Again, we have to point out where WWE drops the ball, and I think they're dropping the ball with these guys. They need to introduce some type of cruiserweight championship where these guys can all fight it out. Like some type of X Division title, kind of like how TNA
Yeah,
has,
something-
where the high flyers
Something
can,
like entry-ish level, below the IC, below the US.
something for them
It's
to
pretty much
fight.
the light heavyweight.
Was it light heavyweight?
Yeah, but
But
Andrade
then
is not a light heavyweight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Not a
cuts-
cruiserweight either.
So right there's light
But
heavyweight.
that's why I said like an
Yeah,
X division,
absolutely.
like an X division title, where it's more like for high flyers, for risk takers, for people that lucha libre, cruiserweights, whatever you want to make that the secondary title.
Yeah,
on,
it's
or the third
hard.
title on.
It's hard to
whatever.
have that. Yeah, cruiserweight, light heavyweight.
Right.
It's attached. It's hard to have that name attached to the belt because then you got Rey Mysterio saying, "Hey, I want a heavyweight championship shot." I still got one more in me.
They have like that speed title now, right? Like they added that speed title, which I did not catch that this week. I always forget to try to check it out, but
What do you gotta do? Like take a line before you go out?
I don't do X.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, get online before you go out and wrestle. You
got
know.
it. Then we had our main event. It
Yeah.
was Bailey taking on Naomi.
Best friends going at it.
Before the main event, Damage Control, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill showed in neighboring skyboxes. So there it is. Jade and Bianca confirmed to be a tag team. And I believe they're
Yep.
going to be calling them the Storm. The Storm is
So-
coming.
Well, Jade is the Storm.
I think that
I'm tired of the skybox stuff. Sorry, I'm just gonna
the
throw that out
empty
there.
skyboxes.
Yeah,
That
Keep
doesn't
your
make
ass in
sense.
the locker room.
Yeah, I'm tired of the empty skybox thing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Roman did it, and that was dope at the Royal Rumble. Like when he did it at the Rumble, and Cody got to like stare him down and point at him and do that whole bit. That was great because we've never seen it before then, before that point.
So solid match from start to finish, but I mean, obviously, we kind of figured there would be either shenanigans or a clean win for Bailey over Naomi, but shenanigans wins the day once again as it's Tiffy time.
Ooh.
Tiffany Stratton comes out and causes a no contest finish by attacking both Bailey and Naomi. I think we're heading towards a Naomi versus Tiffy, or I know Tiffy for sure is gonna get a title shot soon versus Bailey.
Yeah,
that's coming at some point. So, what we saw was
the fact that they gave Tiffany Stratton a personality and not that daddy girl's gimmick.
Yeah, I think what we saw was good, but there's more. There's more to come there. It's gonna be better. It's gonna get better. So, what do you guys think of the show overall? I mean, obviously the bloodline stuff, awesome. We also saw, I believe, Nick Aldis at the end of the show. That might have been an online exclusive where he takes Paul Heyman out to the parking lot where the cars.
Yeah, because it shut out right after the match.
Yeah.
But that gave me some attitude.
That was Attitude Era.
They showed it on TV after
they
came
did?
back to the commercial. Yeah,
it might have been.
I might
They
have
told Heyman that he better fix this, or he's not the only one, and blah 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 blah.
I might have
Yeah,
missed
cars.
that on my recap. So there was Tama Tonga's rental driven into Kevin Owens' rental. Pretty bad car wreck.
Very Stone Cold-esque.
Very, very Attitude Era.
Very Attitude Era.
Late 90s Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold.
As long as we don't have any limos blowing up, we're good.
Oh boy, yeah, let's hope not.
I'm excited to see where Trips is bringing the era into.
Mm-hmm.
He's got nothing but a good run, and hey, listen, he was at the helm of DX during the craziest times, so he still got that in him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think he's the perfect person we need.
We got new number one contenders for Cody Rhodes and for Waller and Theory. So Cody versus AJ, Waller and Theory are going to go head-to-head against the Street Profits. Solo Sikoa cementing his place as the Bloodline's new leader for the meantime. And I think Tiffy time is threw herself into the title scene right there at the end. So I think that they moved along. I'm going to give that SmackDown a B overall. What say you? Quick grade: A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
I would have given it a good B plus A minus.
Ooh.
Yep.
A minus.
Cody promo was tight.
Yep.
Cody promo was.
It was pretty good overall. I think it actually beat our Raw. But
all right.
It was lacking in certain areas, but
there it is.
Every show lacks at certain areas.
I guess I'll go B. I didn't want to be too critical, but 2 new titles, the new championship belt, kind of like.
Yeah, that put it over the top for me.
That put it over for me. Yeah,
and you had that on both Raw and SmackDown, so it was a good week.
Yeah, it was definitely a good week for one of my for me.
Definitely a great week. Well, we'll be right back with some final thoughts for the week. Right after this, stay tuned for more Inside the 20 by 20.
20 by 20.